आने वाला पल जाने वाला है, आने वाला पल जाने वाला है। हो सके तो इसमें जिंदगी बिता दो, पल जो ये जाने वाला है।
Hello, and welcome to the 1 year anniversary of Voice the Sasha Poshcast, your go to podcast for all things posh. This episode is a fun, light, breezy one where we will be getting to know Team Sasha. Without further ado, let's dive right in.
A lawyer.
I want to be a detective. I read Sherlock Holmes all the time.
I don't know. Maybe I think a politician.
Well, my interest kept shifting from becoming a pharmacist to a driver, but I think I always wanted to be a doctor.
Sometimes a newsreader, sometimes an architect, a designer, a political analyst. I also at one point thought that it would be cool to be a coffee taster.
As a child, I wanted to be either a naturalist or a lawyer.
An actress, specifically Madhuri Dixit. I'm not even kidding.
When I was very young, I wanted to be an air hostess. But as a slightly bigger child, I wanted to be a psychiatrist.
In some years, I just felt that because I'm very fond of pets, I wanted to be a dog trainer. Some days I just felt that I want to fly an aeroplane. So it changed to being a pilot. Some days I just felt like I want to be a lawyer. So it just kept changing.
I wanted to grow up to be a writer. I wanted to tell a lot of stories.
As a child, I wanted to be many things, from parlor auntie to a teacher, maybe so many things. But numbers are the things that attracted me.
This is going to sound funny. I wanted to be an astronaut because it sounded cool.
When we see sports or doctors like that, we want to be a doctor or we want to be a sportswoman like that. But we don't have that time the idea of engineering and commerce at all. So that's it.
Why not? There's a lot of struggle out there that's real, and we all claim we want to be the change. So no better way to do that than being in it.
When Kanti told me about what she did and I sat through her sessions, I realized that two of my passions coincided. One was working in an area of human rights and criminal justice, and the other was teaching.
Well, this was the platform where I could combine my expertise as a researcher in gender studies as well as my background in law.
I get to address something real, something deep-rooted and difficult to address.
That was terrific. I had to be presenting this IC workshop to the subject matter experts, and it felt like the first ever day at my work, first job, fresher out of college. Yeah, that's how nervous I was to be able to stand there and talk to all of you.
My first session was literally Kanti just threw me into the deep end of a pool. She told me that next week I want to do a session for very senior managers. And I was too scared to show my fear that this was my first session because
My first session was in front of all the other Sasha team members, and I was the only non-advocate there, and I was talking about the law to other lawyers. I was so nervous, and I remember Yamuna was there with me, and she also was giving her first session, and I remember looking at Yamuna and thinking, she looks so cool and calm and collected, and why am I not like that?
Another newcomer like me, Shweta Bhatt, and myself, we had to present our respective decks and talk about Posh. And I remember Shweta telling me later that she thought I was so cool and calm and smiling all the time. But Shweta, this is for you. that was my nervous laugh and my nervous smile. That's me shriveling up inside and wanting to hide behind a mountain. But it was great. First interaction with the Sashites was fantastic. I think the first day went so well that it kind of boded well for the rest of the 3 years that I've happily spent with Sashites.
It takes me a day to get out of it. My family receives the burnt of my sulking, but it takes a day for me to get over it.
So initially, I think the first couple of times that happened, I did take it very personally. And I think after 3 years of being with Sasha, it has come to a point of, Zen moments where I realized that you cannot please everyone. You do your job, and whether the other side likes it or not, or you do your job 100%, and you kind of go with the flow.
I try to learn something from a rejection. I try. In a session, if I'm not able to convey much to the audience, then it's some session that's not gone well. So I try to fill my sessions with a lot of stories, and it has always helped.
In the beginning, it used to kind of affect me a little bit because I used to wonder whether it was because they thought, I wasn't good enough, or my profile wasn't good enough. But since then, I've come to realize that it's just part of the game. And some people really like you, some people don't take you initially, but later like you. Some people don't like you at all. And I think that's just part of the work that we do, and you just have to take it as it comes. If a session doesn't go well, so I try to, during the session itself, change some of the methods and speak a little bit differently. But if it still doesn't go well, I always at the end of the session ask for any questions and feedback.
In 2017, when I did an awareness session with your story, I got a standing ovation.
I have traveled all over India conducting sessions. So one client demanded that I do a Hindi session. For that, I prepared for one whole week. I by-hearted all the Hindi words for all the legal terms and every single term you could imagine in sexual harassment realm. And then I started reeling off my by-hearted session before the audience, who were a group of people employed, blue-collar workers in the factory, and they stopped me after the first 5 minutes and told me that, "Madam ji, itna to Hindi hame bhi nahi malum, thoda English mein bataiye."
For me, all days in Sasha are memorable, but the team meetings, they are a different thing altogether.
Connecting voices, the event Connecting Voices, which happened just before the lockdown, I think that should be my fondest memory, because during that event I got to learn more about this mental health issues. I was not so much aware about these things before attending that event.
So I think it was when we went for the team outing, and Srividya, Sriram and I were in that swing thing, and I was really scared because I don't like heights, and I also was. But I could hear Karthi down saying, "No, go higher, go higher, go higher," and for some reason this is a really fond memory of mine.
Inner peace.
Definitely professionally, I would want to be able to increase my clientele, and personally, yes, my daughter is in her second PU and I want to place her in a very good career path.
I think I want to get a dog.
I used to take every week. I would take on drawing and singing, writing poems are my hobbies, and just Bhava Geete like that I will take.
I love traveling. I try and go out on drives over the weekends. I love to paint. I'm very passionate about gardening, music, and all forms of art.
Basically, weekends are family time. We usually go out, maybe I cook something nice, just sit and relax, binge watch some series. That's what we usually do Saturdays and Sundays.
I belong to this generation, so Netflix, that's mostly what I do.
There's a series on Hotstar called Room 104, which I am absolutely loving. Currently, I am rereading for the 8th time probably in my life, Pride and Prejudice.
Well, I just wish I had a lot of more time at hand to read some serious stuff. But I think these days with 2 kids, reading is limited to children's classic or bedtime stories. It's the moment I have the phone or I switch on the screen, my kids come over and they hijack the phone or whatever device I'm looking at.
So, I'm just about to finish a book called Magpie Murders by Anthony Horowitz. It's a murder mystery and it's books inside books.
I am reading Cost of Living by Deborah Levy. And what I'm watching on Netflix, I have some 10 shows I'm watching simultaneously. And depending on my mood, I switch.
I'm not watching any specific TV show right now, but the last one I watched was this sort of crime drama called The Undoing. It's on Hotstar if anybody wants to watch it. It was pretty good, pretty interesting. And I want to read the book that it was based on, which is called You Should Have Known. If I hadn't been a lawyer and eventually done this kind of work, I probably would have been like a chef or a baker, because I love to like try new things to bake and new things to cook. And maybe if I'm like, much older and I decide to retire, maybe that's what I'll do.
So I find everything funny. Like, I know I went recently to a funeral and I managed to make one of my uncles passed away and I managed to make his kids laugh. And I felt guilty, but I think it was a huge help for them.
I love putting curd on random things, not just on rice. I put curd on breakfast items like idli, dosa, upma, everything.
I believe so far that, I am a fun person to be with. That's what my friends, family and my daughter thought of. But when I went back to think what is that one fun fact, I couldn't really figure that out. And I felt that's the funniest part about me.
I can sleep at any time of the day, anywhere, for any stretched amounts of time. I can sleep for like 14 to 16 hours in one go.
I will talk too much. Everyone will say like that. I'll go on talking.
Actually, when people meet me first, they think that I'm a very serious kind of a person, but I'm actually very fun-loving. I like to do a lot of adventurous things.
I love grooving to fast numbers.
So I love heights. I love bungee jumping and skydiving.
I'm a Potterhead even now. I know, I read Harry Potter during my teenage days maybe, but still now I'm a Potterhead.
Have this insatiable love and affinity for the color green.
I'm ambidextrous.
I love to drive a gypsy. I used to own one. And I have this dream of living a gypsy kind of life, at least for a year.
I think one thing I really like about Kanti is her dedication to this kind of work. And I don't think I've seen that kind of dedication in anybody else.
Fearless and bindas.
An inspiring leader and knows the pulse of the team.
Kanti to me is a warrior.
And she's got by far the best mentoring skills that I have ever experienced.
Her resilience, the fact that she can take on any difficulty and just take something positive out of it and make it work for herself.
Shweta Luthra. Oh man, what I really appreciate about her is she is so precise.
The image that comes before me is somebody who's like, very, very thorough with the law.
One of the best professor materials I've come across.
Energy bundle.
She'll pose the most difficult and uncomfortable questions and she'll get the entire team thinking,
Her strong sense of justice is what makes me believe in the work that we do day in and day out.
Soumya, I absolutely love her passion and the fact that she works with her heart.
I love her singing. She's so melodious and so dreamy. I can say, oof. Even when she speaks, she sounds musical.
It's very classy. I admire her in every way.
She's so easy to talk to. You can have any kind of conversation.
Oh my God, Soumya's voice. I can listen to it all my life.
Bhagyalakshmi is open and enthusiastic.
I applaud Bhagya's courage to just agree enthusiastically to come on a video call for this recording. Even though it was her first, she didn't seem nervous.
Srividya Varma is again another bhandar of knowledge.
I would say is fun-loving.
She's calmness personified. I don't know how she does it. How do you do it, girl?
I find her really funny.
The ability to laugh at oneself.
I'm amazed by her perseverance.
That innocence, that smile that she has on her face, the way she enjoys life.
Srividya Sriram has amazing listening skills, and her patience is something that I feel that I should also learn.
I really like how, she's very calm as a person, but at the same time, you can also kind of tell that she's little excited and crazy as well.
Her ability to convey in minimal words.
She's a reserved person in comparison to most of us at Sasha. But whenever she speaks, she says something which is so profound.
Yamuna, humor that she can see in almost anything.
Her promptitude, infectious energy, and the capability to do any amount of work.
When she laughs, everybody laughs.
Exuberant. That's the word I think of when I think of her.
The brilliant way in which she engages the audience.
Depth and substance.
Whenever you talk to her, you get a lot of positive vibes, I feel.
Sumedha is delightful. I would love to have hours and hours and hours of conversation with her.
I just love how she's super reliable. You can message her at any point in the day and she'll always reply and get back to you immediately with any.
Sumedha is a delight to work with. Whatever is there in my mind as just an idea, she puts it into an image.
With Shweta, I really admire her talent.
I absolutely love the fact that besides being so creative and thinking differently, what I love is that she actually brings joy to everything and everyone around her.
Her sensitivity, empathy, and at times gives me a lot of food for thought and questions my way of dealing things many, many times.
Ever inspiring.
Jessamine, I see that she has huge potential.
She's very spontaneous.
Her giggle and ability to handle difficult situations.
Cool kid on the block. She brings in multiple perspectives. Right?
I wish I were her when I was her age.
I think she's in the right place, in the right role. Makes a fantastic editor. And though so young, her maturity is far beyond her years.
I really like how Kanchan presents her
determination.
Prepared. She approaches everything in a very prepared way. And
has the ability of self-introspection.
Courage to take a leap to a totally different way of working.
Is someone, I think, who has found a balance between being a parent to both her kids as well as finding a balance in her professional life.
Pavana, the way she enjoys her life.
Fun-loving and very cool.
The attitude where I can do it if I put my mind to it. Amazing confidence.
She's very gritty, She's real and she's someone who can joke about herself.
Pavana is very settled.
Very, very gutsy, very, very strong person.
Pavana's zest for life is amazing.
Pratibha's diligence and sense of responsibility is something which is her strength.
She's one go-to person. You ask her for any help, and she's always there to guide you.
What I really like about her is her fashion sense. She is always dressed like perfect.
So Pratibha is my savior at the end of every month.
The energy and joy with which she does her work.